Good morning, it's Tuesday, August the 5th, and you're watching AGORACOM TV. I'm your host, Paul Kondakos. AGORACOM TV is a daily, fast-paced, edgy show bringing you the best press releases at the open, along with the halts, so you can hopefully profit from them and potentially find your next great small cap investment. Well, as you can tell, I'm back from Europe, and George is back as well. We were in Europe. We had the chance to meet our good friends, the Headblom partners, who are based out of Geneva. Thank you very much for your hospitality, folks. It was a pleasure meeting you. Fast fact for people that don't know this, Geneva actually controls 1/3 of the world's private wealth. I did not know that until I had gone to Geneva and found that out for myself. Beautiful city. I'd also like to thank Jim Heron, who did an exceptional job last week in hosting the show. Thank you very much, Jim. And now, without any further ado, let's get down to the business of the day. I've got 4 great press releases for you this morning. I've got 3 halts to report on. So, without any further ado, let's get down to business. But before we actually get down to business, I have one announcement I'd like to make, and that is to welcome Consolidation Services. They're the latest member of the AGORACOM family. We will now be conducting investor relations and marketing on their behalf. Consolidation Services trades on the over-the-counter bulletin board under the symbol CNSV. The company is involved with developing and acquiring organic food operations, while at the same time producing natural gas and coal to help finance operations. Consolidation Services is last at $2 a share. Once again, thanks for putting your trust in AGORACOM, and welcome to the AGORACOM family. Now, let's get down to the press releases of the day. First one I have for you, Orra Minerals, trades under the symbol ORA on the TSX. They're announcing results from their wholly owned Aranzazu project in Mexico. This second batch of drill holes was completed in 2007 and 2008 as part of a 40,000-meter drill program prior to Orra Minerals' acquisition of the property. These results, together with upcoming results from a planned program by Orra Minerals for Q3 and Q4 of 2008, will form the basis for an updated National Instrument 43-101 compliant resource estimate, which is planned for later this year. Now, highlights that they're reporting on this morning, we got some pretty exceptional highlights. Hole number 4 returned 42 meters of 3.9% copper, 2.6 grams per ton of gold, and 39 grams per ton of silver. Very impressive numbers. Hole number 1 returned 34 meters of 1.68% copper, 0.25 grams per ton of gold, and 15 grams per ton of silver. Hole number 5 returned 39 meters of 2% copper, 1.2 grams per ton of gold, and 27 grams per ton of silver. If you take a look at their actual press release, they have many more highlights, all exceptional. So congrats to Orra Minerals. A little bit about the company. They're a Canadian resource company focused on the acquisition, exploration, development, and operation of mining properties in the Americas. They're last at $1.12 off their 52-week high of $2. Moving on, Goldstake Resources trades on the TSX under the symbol GXP. Disclaimer time, they are an AGORACOM client. However, as always, the news stands on its own 2 feet. We're reporting on the recent drill program, which is from the Clay property in northeastern Ontario. We're reporting on 2 holes, which are of exception. We've got 8.9 grams per ton of gold across 10.5 meters, and we've also got 17 grams per ton of gold across 1.95 meters. In addition, we've got 97 different gold-bearing intervals of core measuring up to 2 meters long, assayed between 0.2 and 157 grams per ton of gold, which has up to 1% copper and up to 15.3 grams per ton of silver. All 10 drill holes intersected multiple gold-bearing intervals containing variable amounts of pyrite and chalcopyrite mineralization. A little bit about Goldstake Explorations. They're a Canadian exploration and development company with gold, base metal, uranium, and diamond projects in Canada, the USA, and Australia. The Clay property is one of 2 properties Goldstake has in Kirkland Lake, Larder Lake section of the Abitibi Greenstone Belt. Companies last at 6 cents off their 52-week high of 16 cents. Moving on, we've got Heroux Devtek trades on the TSX under the symbol HRX. The company announced this morning that they received an order for $15.8 million. This is a new order. They announced that its landing gear division has been awarded additional contracts for the repair and production of landing gear components, mainly for the B-2, C-5, F-16, P-3 and T-37 aircraft, and these are all essentially U.S. Air Force and U.S. Navy aircraft. The production will be spread out over the next 4 years, with deliveries expected to start in fiscal year 2009. And as stated, the combined value of this contract is worth more than $15.8 million. A little bit about Heroux Devtek. They're a Canadian company which serves two main market segments, aerospace and industrial products, and they specialize in the design, development, manufacture, and repair of related systems and components. The company's last at $7.20 off their 52-week high of $11.30. And finally, I've got Vanguard Corporation, trades on the TSX under the symbol VRS. The company is announcing another big order, $7.3 million follow-on order from Lockheed Martin for their Symphony electronic countermeasure equipment. And once again, you guessed it, this is for the Defense Department. This order is pursuant to and is a continuation of the existing contract for up to 1,000 Symphony systems. The full $7.3 million order is expected to be delivered before the company's fiscal year end, which is September 30th, 2008. The company stated that it also expects further follow-on Symphony orders for up to an additional 7,500 Symphony jammers, and that's at 2,500 systems per year for 3 years. Got a quote from the company which states, "The demand for Symphony jammers from many coalition countries and indigenous forces continues to grow," and this is from Mr. Luxton, part of the company. "In Iraq, we note that the U.S. has reported it is supplying 8,500 Humvee vehicles to Iraq security forces, and that a contract solicitation dated July 15th, 2008 specifically stipulates that the first quantity of these vehicles are to be modified and configured to accept Symphony jammers." A little bit about Vanguard. They support the mission of military and homeland security forces around the world with proprietary solutions for protection and countermeasures against hazardous devices of all kinds. The company's last at $1.95 off their 52-week high of $11.95. That's it for the press releases. Moving on to the next segment of our program, halts of the day. We've got Canada Gas Corp, trades on the venture under the symbol CJC. They've been halted pending news. Apoca Capital Corp trades on the venture under the symbol AKC.P, halted pending news. And finally, we've got Gold Source Mines on the venture under the symbol GXS. They have been halted pending news. That's a wrap for today. I'm your host, Paul Kandakos. Make sure you tune in again tomorrow. We've got more great press releases and halts at the open.